So, I feel like going out for a stat boost tonight. How about you? Well, I mean, if you're playing, you can do pretty much whatever you want at this point. Even go for stat boosts every night, like I keep saying, but that still does kind of break the game. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can't pick up the weapon that I put in today. I will probably be able to tomorrow during the day, though, because tomorrow's a Sunday, and we, for once, don't actually have a date, so that means, well, you probably know what that means, so let's see what's available. Lucky Fortune, okay, who do I want to give a magic boost to? Let's see. Cert could kind of use it. Odin's is already pretty decent as it is. Siegfried, no way. Not Kaiwan, I don't even care about that throne. You know what, let's make Norn even more overkill than she already is. And so, back to the dorm once again. For tomorrow, it will be Sunday. But first, we have a plot event.
What am I drawing? What the?
It has been a while.
That voice.
I'm glad to see you once again. Jin, the instruments, if you would. I trust you do not need to be restrained.
Takaya.
Surely you understand. There is nowhere for you to go. You must come with us. Death is not to be feared. You need only fear.
Yes, I know.
Excellent.
It's all his fault. Since the day I met him, I've experienced nothing but pain. And I've become afraid of dying.
Hey, hurry up, Chidori!
Oh, come on, you didn't think Jin and Takaya were really dead, did you? Yeah, villainous characters like that, it takes more to kill them off. I didn't say anything at the time, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that suicide of them jumping off the bridge, definitely faked. Even some people in the comments called it back then. There's no way they'd kill off two of the game's major antagonists that anticlimactically. Well, I mean, they kind of did with Ikutsuki, but I mean, he already did serve his purpose in the plot. Jin and Takaya, you only fought them once. I mean, you think they'd make them commit suicide after that? So yeah, pretty obvious those two weren't really gone. But anyway, let's ignore that and instead turn to the home shopping channel. What do we got today? Although we are actually a little bit strapped for money at this point, because Compendium Personas are pretty expensive, especially when you're trying to show off all the ultimates like I am. So, we can't really afford to splurge all that much, but what we have today is, we have Shoes of Bane. I'm not really sure if this is better than what we currently have, because we can't really see its stats. I guess we'll just have to imagine the stat boosts. Maybe it also helps you break Batman's back? I don't know. And 5 mega proteins, just to appease Akihiko. That is kind of expensive, but I think we will be going back to Tartarus relatively soon, so I'm gonna take it. Only because of the name. Shoes of Bane just sounds pretty cool. And so... there's really not that much to do, but I'll just see if people are around in the dormitory for us to talk to, because I always like doing that on Sundays. Of course, we will be sure to catch Phoenix Ranger Featherman R again, and going out onto the town maybe to pick up that weapon. Seems like the accessory shop is not going to get anything new in, really. But let's see what everyone's saying. Oh, that's basically exactly the same as before. Are you saying anything new? I'm pretty sure she's still saying the same thing she used to. Yeah, definitely. Because Gary Stu can't spend extra time with you. That's probably what he's thinking. And yeah, I've already done that. If we talk to Junpei here, this is, in fact, another really, really important thing. This is actually the last of these days that we need to talk to Junpei on. So this is the fourth and final one of these. And to troll the players, the correct response this time is on the bottom. You have to say this. Once again, Junpei is relieved. That fulfills the fourth of these flags. And what are they for? Well, the payoff won't actually come for a little while, but trust me, it's worth it. Make sure that you do that. Yeah, make sure that you do all of those that have happened over these last few weeks. No, no, no! How dare you interrupt the amazingness that is Phoenix Ranger Featherman R! And now I'm sounding like Ken. Anyway. Well, that's definitely not good. Oh, I don't think so. In some ways, it's more kind of the opposite. I mean, they're certainly crazed, but, they're kind of for apathy syndrome and not against it. So it's time to check out the antique store to see whether or not our weapon is ready. Which it should be at this point. I'm pretty sure. Most non-special weapons only take 1 day. I'm sure they said that it'll only be 1 day. And after this, what are you talking about? Huh, okay. Oh, okay. A little too late to be hinting at that. I think we've already done that by this point. Yeah. She's here now. Where's the guy who's following her? Is that him? That also might be a hint. That might be a hint towards how you repair broken social links in this game. But, yeah. And speaking of advice that's been a little bit late, yeah. Yeah, we've already joined every single club we can. Oh, there's the guy who's following her. Why don't you just muster up the courage to talk to her? It can't be that hard. I think we're pretty much set on items at the pharmacy. The thing is that we don't really need revival items that much anymore because we now have, reliable... They're all pretty much reliable, but, revival spells. Yep, the weapon is ready, and there's a bunch of Arahabakis at the back of the shop. So we have the basic katana. Far from basic, it's got evade wind high on it. That's more than worth it. I just suddenly had a really horrifying thought pop into my head. I was just like, you know what would be cool if you could sell personas, but now I feel like a horrible jerk for even thinking about that. Just kind of need a little bit more money at this point, but we will be going back into Tartarus soon. Now, today, as tempting as it is for me to check out some of the other locations to see what people have to say there, because I actually didn't know that there are some of those NPC conversations that are new now. But we're going to the shrine, and let's see, doesn't seem like there's anyone here. No, except for Akinari, who, of course, we are seeing today, because we've pretty much got to see him on every Sunday that we aren't going out on a date, because this is the only day that he's available. Thank goodness his link always ranks up every time you talk to him. It's funny, in my first playthrough, I actually don't think I ever knew that, but it makes a lot of sense in hindsight, because you can only talk to him one day of the week. So I've no doubt mentioned before, there's a social link in Persona 4 that's very similar. And this is kind of a random way to start a social link, but this was that significant thing that I was talking about in this link earlier. We're finally getting to it. Well, that sounds kind of cool. Yeah, so earlier on he said that he'd be writing his own story. That definitely sounds like something that I can see being in a real book. I guess we'll say that sounds interesting. Wow, an entire novel. And still, this social link is kind of depressing, but he is finding some way to be optimistic. It is often said that writing stories based on things that are happening in your own life can be quite therapeutic. And I've forgotten what rank this was. This is where... Yeah, I had a feeling we were just at the halfway point, so yeah, we're up to 6 now. I'm sure he will. So, to people who've played later games in this series, that story might sound familiar to you.
Sup, dude?
And hey, Junpei. I'm pretty sure you can still talk to him tonight as well. Usually, Sunday in the daytime and the nighttime is pretty much identical when it comes to conversations. Yeah, so he's still like that. And Ken should be pretty much the same. Alright, so yeah. Probably no point in talking to everyone here. And the news is still on. Koromar, are you in the mood for a walk tonight? No. Actually, Fuka might have something new to say here, because we can't go to Tartarus tonight. Yeah, another one of those no Tartarus nights this time, so we'll just kind of have to deal with that. Now, thing is, this is going to sound weird, but I actually wanted to go out at night just to do something. I forget if I might have or I might not have. I forget if I talked to the fortune teller at the pub recently. I just kind of want to see what she says at this point in the game. I might have done that. She generally changes what she says after every full moon. But I just wanted to make sure that I had talked to her this time. So let's see. And 10 days until a full moon that, spoilers, won't actually have anything in it. So what do you have to say? Ah. Okay, that is definitely different. I don't think I've shown that one before. So, it's pretty clear who she's referring to. Although I'm pretty sure everyone can see into his essence of being a complete Casanova, much like a certain other person who nobody can see into the essence of because for some reason his stew filter blinds them to it. Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. You know what, I guess that doesn't update right after the full moon, because it wouldn't actually make much sense until you actually meet Ryoji, so maybe she does update hers more frequently than full moons. I'll have to check in with her a little bit more often. Those are really just for flavor. They don't actually, like, do anything, really, but it's kind of nice to see them. So, anyway, I probably could have gone to the arcade back then, but, it's probably best to be in the dorm tonight, though. So, yeah. I guess we'll just get ready to go to sleep now. Nothing else to do but go back to the room, I guess. And as always, no reason to study.
I'm sorry to wake you up. I'm not sure how to say this, but you need to go to the 4th floor, and please hurry.
Wow, she sounds really panicked. Something big is going on. Something very big. I mean, it's not like Fuka to be that panicked.
What's going on?
Yamagishi sent something. Other Persona users. They're outside Tartarus.
Other Persona users? Don't tell me it's...
Strega, they're still alive.
Yeah, everyone's finally figuring it out.
First the Dark Hour won't go away, and now Strega is back?
Kind of feels like nothing's changed, really.
What's happening?
And we still don't have any answers.
How many are there, Yamagishi?
There's only one, but... I thought she was in the hospital.
She. Oh no, Junpei's not gonna like this.
No, she's inside. Ah!
What's wrong?
Long time no see.
Chidori?
She's speaking through Yamagishi.
I can't stand the sight of you all anymore. So I've decided to do something about it. Come to me.
What the heck? I thought she was... Junpei, do you know what's going on? Junpei!
No, damn it, I have no idea. Just leave me the hell alone.
Junpei? Junpei, wait!
This is most likely a trap. But we're dealing with Strega, so we must pursue this. And if we confront them, we may gain some insight into our current situation.
Yeah, if anyone knows what's going on, it's them.
Please, be careful. I only sensed one person, but the other two may be nearby.
They always are.
We'll have no idea what they're planning. So choose your allies wisely. We'll go after Iori once you've made your decision.
So, I feel like kind of a jerk for doing this. Normally, I like to give advice on any gameplay situations or boss fights that are coming up. I feel like this moment loses a lot of its impact if I were to spoil that it happened. Because, here's the thing. This happening on a completely normal-seeming day, that totally shocked me on my first playthrough. I was following the Max Social Link guide, and that says nothing about this day being any special. Now, admittedly, the cutscene earlier with Strega breaking Chidori out of the hospital was a bit of a dead giveaway that something was going to happen. But I didn't expect it to happen this soon, and the fact that the guide says nothing about this, it just really caught me off guard, and I wanted to preserve that atmosphere as much as possible. So, going into pure gameplay mode here, probably a good idea to save before going to bed tonight, and getting your personas in order. Also, obviously, Junpei isn't usable for this battle, which makes a lot of sense, so you get to pick from the rest of your party. Now, this is actually another one of those battles where Koromaru is actually quite useful. And I'm going to do this because he kinda rarely has a chance to shine. We'll be dealing mainly with fire and dark attacks in this fight, once again, so Koromaru is actually great for that. Next, well, I just had to sit out the previous 2 boss fights, so I'm going to just use her here just to give her more screen time. And as for the third party member, it can really be anyone here, actually. But, who do I go for? In fact, I'm just going to check here because... So just kind of a bit of a spoiler, this fight is not that hard. It's really, really not, so you don't really need to worry too much about having a dedicated healer with you. Let's see. Oh, sadly, Junpei's really behind and he has to sit this one out. Though I'm glad that he is. Okay, so really either Akihiko or Yukari is fine. Might as well bring the one who's better at healing overall. I've got both Koromaru and Aigis for support duty. And with that, let's see. So, persona-wise, again, fire and dark resistance is good, so Cert is actually going to be quite useful here. But in fact, going to a boss fight, this Raphael, I've got Auto Mataru and Auto Maraku on him, so I should probably always have him equipped before going in, just to get those up. Funnily enough, the only auto skill that I don't have is one that Koromaru can apply to the entire party anyway, so that's pretty cool. And I think I'm fine with the weapon we have equipped, so let's commence the operation. As much as I really, really didn't want this day to come, we've got to do this. Here we are.
Chidori, what's going on? Why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know I'm not that smart, and I've done a lot of stupid stuff, but we shouldn't be fighting like this.
Junpei-kun, look out!
Wow! Chidori! Why?
Get back, Junpei. It's useless trying to reason with her.
No, it's too dangerous! I know how you feel, Junpei-kun, but please, just back up!
I said there wouldn't be any more full moon boss fights. I didn't say there'd be any more boss fights, period. So, yeah, it's time for... Sadly, we have to fight Chidori now. Right outside Tartarus.
I don't belong here. I've always known that.
So, it begins. I'll just go for the scan here.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the...
Now, like I said, this fight isn't particularly hard, so I'm kinda just gonna stall for time and see if I can get her to show off some of the things she can do and a few of her quotes, because she actually has a lot of dialogue in this fight. I really like that. Persona 3 is actually quite light on bosses that have dialogue, so the few that do are actually quite interesting and well worth showing off. Don't really have all that much on Raphael, in fact I should probably switch over to Cert. So... Chidori doesn't exactly have a lot of HP, or much in the way of defensive ability. If you play your cards right, as in power charge and then using high crit rate moves or things like that,
It's strong against darkness.
she can go down very, very quickly. In fact, remember that thing that I said all the way back about someone who used all their stat boosting arcades, got a 99 strength Thor, and one-shotted a plotline boss? This was that boss. So Chidori drains fire, and of course nulls instant death. She uses a lot of fire and darkness-based attacks. She does have a few interesting tricks up her sleeve, like she can use Tetrakarn to block physical attacks. She's actually got quite a varied moveset. It's just a shame that she's just not that bulky, so she doesn't get a chance to show it off most of the time. Also, unlike Jin, they got her Arcana right. She's the Hanged Man.
Initiating summon sequence.
Should also mention that she is vulnerable to criticals and knockdowns, so if you can get all-out attacks on her, she tends to fall very quickly, as I found out in practice, so yeah.
Takaya was right. You're a nuisance.
She's already practically a third down, yeah. But this is her main ability, Spring of Life.
Come, Medea.
It has her regenerate a significant portion of HP every turn. Okay, good thing that missed. So that's the main gimmick here. Even then, she generally doesn't last all that long, so I'm pretty much going to have to try and stall this fight out. Let's see what I've got here. Yeah, Miragidyne and Agidyne are a bad idea. So you might have noticed that, okay, that wasn't a crit, but that did do a lot of damage. That her persona is Medea.
This pain is insignificant. The suffering my heart bears is far greater.
Medea is someone from Greek mythology who fell in love with the hero Jason.
My true power.
She's most well known for murdering her children with Jason after...
Why? Why won't you leave me alone? I just don't get it, Junpei.
After he was unfaithful to her, making her one of probably the first examples of a yandere in literature. Thing is, though, Euripides, the playwright, actually invented that about her. In the original myths, her children died from other sources, so... yeah. That part of her character, not really all that relevant to Chidori here. So, I think I've seen pretty much all her dialogue at this point, so yeah, I'm sorry, but this fight is pretty much over. However, I do have growth 3 on a lot of personas, and that's a lot of experience, so we're going to be getting some good level ups here.
Wow, my persona has a new ability.
I did not expect you of all people to get one, though.
I can now bring you back to the entrance instantly.
Yes, escape route! This thing is what makes Fuuka's persona upgrade worthwhile. Oracle, yeah, let's just forget that exists. Escape route, this is so amazing. Tartarus just got so much more convenient.
However, I can only use this ability inside Tartarus.
Well, obviously, it's like the only place we'd ever really need to use that. And also, Garisu got a level up, nice. But what I'm really concerned with is... Cert levels up and learns Ragnarok, which would have been useless in that last fight anyway, so I'm glad I'm only getting that now. I want both Fire Boost and Fire Amp. Evade Ice is nice. You know, I guess I don't really need Power Charge. I've got that on other personas. Odin levels up now, and get another ultimate skill, Thunder Rain. Another one that's extremely worthwhile. I guess I don't really need Zeon. Cheap single targeting. You know what? That'll be way too many single target spells if I keep Zeonga. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Siegfried levels up and learns another amazing skill, Arms Master. Halves HP cost of physical skills. If you thought Vorpal Blade was broken before, oh boy, it's about to get even better. And let's see. All of these are actually really good. Like, really, really good. I don't think I'm going to need Growth 3 anymore. He does have one more skill, but it's not really that good of a skill. So, well, I mean, it's good in certain situations, but it's not one that I particularly like. So, yeah. With that, our fight is over. I'm so sorry.
I told you, don't touch me.
Chidori, please. Tell me why you're doing this.
What I fear most isn't death. What I fear most is... attachment. Once I become attached to something, I fear that I will lose it. That's why we only live for the moment. But you brought me pain. Pain that I didn't want, Pain that I never asked for. When I'm with you, Junpei, I fear everything. I fear loss. I fear death. I fear that my time with you will end. That's why I...
Chidori?
I'm sensing...
What? What is it?
So then...
There you are, you sons of bitches!
Chidori, I see that it is too late. You've been poisoned by them.
What the hell does that mean, you friggin' ghost?
I am no ghost. Fate permitted me to live, even though I wasn't attached to life. You might say I was chosen.
You bastard! I've made up my mind. I won't let you do this to her anymore! I'll protect Chidori with my life! Chidori, don't stay with them! Come with me!
Look out, Junpei!
Junpei... I'm so happy you're awake.
Chidori? I thought I was...
I was wrong. I was scared and I blamed you for my heartache. I never felt that way before I met you, Junpei. And for the first time in my life, I realized what I wanted.
And what is that?
I want to be with you, Junpei. Forever.
I want to be with you, too.
But it could never last. I'm different from you. Since the moment I gained my power, I've known the day I was going to die.
What?
Knowing that scared me. Because I had never really thought about dying. And it made me realize that I wouldn't be with you anymore.
Chidori.
That's why this is how it should be. You can't die here, Junpei.
Die? Huh?
Junpei-kun! Junpei!
It worked.
She revived him. I can't believe it.
Her power is the opposite of mine. Her persona doesn't sense life.
It emits life. But in order to revive a person, she must...
Chidori!
I can hear the life pulsing through you. Now I will live inside you, and we'll be together forever.
What are you saying? Chidori? Chidori?
I'll protect you, Junpei. Always.
I'll protect you too. Please! Don't go!
It feels so nice to be with you.
Chidori!
Thank you, Junpei. I love you.
This can't be happening. Chidori! Chidori, answer me! Chidori! Ah!
Oh, what a pity. Such a meaningless death.
Meaningless?
Hmm?
Ah! What? I refuse to... Junpei!
My, that was quite a spectacle. Now, allow me to reciprocate.
Takaya, don't!
What is the meaning of this?
Release me! Don't forget about your mission! This is just a waste of energy!
I have something much greater to accomplish. And since you have no means of destroying the Dark Hour, I will let you be for now. But know that the day I shall finish this is soon approaching.
Wait! Stop! Let go! She entrusted you with this life. Don't waste it. Chidori! Chidori, I... This is so hard. But it's not just my life anymore.
Junpei.
And that's why Junpei is my favorite RPG character of all time.